I think the pressure that women are under to bounce back after having a child is just so effed up. If you grew up like me in 2000s, you probably saw all these celebrities who were celebrated for getting back to their pre-baby weight, like as though they never had a baby within 3 months. And the magazines would like celebrate them, plastering them on the front covers of the magazines. And so we grew up thinking that that was normal, that it was possible, and that it was what is expected of us. And I think husbands and dads grew up thinking that that was possible too. It's all very twisted. If you don't know me yet, though, my name is Lindy Cohen. I'm a dietitian, I'm a nutritionist. I used to be a compulsive binge eater, struggling with disordered eating disorders. So everything I talk to you about is going to be realistic and doable. It's not going to compromise your well-being. I don't ever believe that you should sacrifice 95% of your life to weigh 5% less or give up your milk supply to lose a few kilos. So let's take it slow, let's get strong, and let's do it for ourselves. Let me show you what I learned. Now, the first thing you have to do if you've just had a baby is at 6 weeks, you can go see your pelvic health physio, postpartum physio in Sydney, Australia, where I live. I went to Sydney Pelvic Clinic and they are excellent. They're going to assess your pelvic health, so see how strong or weak you are and give you some exercises to help strengthen your muscles. It is so important that you take it very slow. I had a C-section, which meant that I just experienced a really big surgery. Someone gave me this advice and I think it's brilliant. Imagine you could see your uterus and your placenta on the outside and someone had just surgically removed it or it had just come out. You would have a big mess, but because it's on the inside, you can't actually see it. If it's on the outside, it would be so visible, your wound. So just remember, there is a wound that is healing inside you, whether you had a natural birth or a C-section, and we've got to take care of it. I think a really good place to start is to start exercising. And if you can, do a little bit of exercise every single day. From a mental health perspective, this saved me. It saved me. I needed that endorphin boost. My body to start to feel like mine again, and exercise can give you that. Growing up, I had a very toxic relationship with exercise where I saw it as punishment for eating. And now I think of exercise as something I do to feel happy. But here's like a very important thing you need to start to get okay with is that your room is going to be messy. You have to let it be messy. You're going to have junk everywhere. I used to be very frantic about having everything look really chic and nice. And this was pre-kids, like those wellness girlies on Instagram. Your room is not going to be clean. It is okay. What's more important? You are more important than a clean room, okay? You are more important than a clean room. Let it go and feel yourself. Another thing I think is really useful is setting up your mat, if you're going to work out from home, in a room and keeping it there. Sometimes just rolling out the mat can be a bit prohibitory from you getting started and exercising. I just left my mat in my daughter's room because I could. So if you've got your baby room set up, lie it down in your baby's room, and that is going to be your little exercise zone wherever you can. I think it's really nice to have a little spot that's for you. Keep in mind, you're going to suck at the beginning. You're going to suck so bad. You're going to be so weak. You're going to be like, I'm pathetic. It's okay. That's exactly what's meant to happen. You're going to be weak. Just expect it. Be kind. Forgive yourself. My goodness, can you forgive yourself? Yeah. We all start somewhere. And if you don't even know what exercises to do, I have an app that helps you know exactly what to do. Postpartum helps you get strong again. Gives you exact exercises that you need to do to get strong, to feel like yourself. You can try it free for 7 days. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Whatevs. That's what I did though. Ultimately, find exercise that you enjoy, whatever it is. For me, I really do enjoy going for a silly little walk. And you know what? Babies like going for walks too. So get yourself out in the air, in nature, get your silly little mental health walk in and listen to a silly little podcast. And if you're struggling with body image and food and exercise and all that jazz, listen to my podcast. I'll be in your ear hole, keeping you company for those lovely little walks. It's also going to be really useful for helping you rebuild your strength, and it'll help you sleep a little bit better. What am I saying? Sleeps. Sorry, ignore that. You're not going to sleep that well. Sorry. I'm sorry. Another thing is you don't have to look cute while you exercise. You're allowed to look like a potato. You're allowed. You are allowed to look like a potato. In fact, I find it very useful not to have a mirror. I know mirrors are useful for form, don't get me wrong, I know. But if you feel like every time you look like in the mirror, you feel like a drunk pigeon, you just don't have to look at yourself. You don't need to take videos of yourself. You're okay not to look cute. The next point I have for you is kind of at odds with this, but I found taking 5 minutes in the morning to brush my hair, to clean my face, maybe put on earrings if that's your thing. You can put on makeup if you want. Personally, I don't. I'm just talking about basic self-care, like putting on some sunscreen. Spending 5 minutes getting yourself sorted for the day sends a message to your brain that you are worthy of respect. It is reclaiming a part of you and saying, I'm allowed to take 5 minutes. I felt like in the beginning of parenthood, I was fitting everyone's mask before my own, and then I was getting so resentful. It was really tricky in my marriage, to be honest, to be that resentful, and reclaiming more time for myself, even just 5 minutes. Sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes it's 15, like, ooh, watch me, crazy. It saved me, it really did. So whatever it is, whatever self-care looks like for you, please do it. My hairbrush. Where is my brush? I got it. I feel so much more put together when I brush my hair. I don't know why. Don't know how to explain it. I don't think our generation brushed their hair. I don't see any TikToks about people brushing hair. My melasma after I had a baby was so hectic, and then I did a whole bunch of things to get rid of it. If you want to watch that video, I will leave a link. I'll leave a link because melasma is no joke. Now I am a sunscreen bitch. Oh, my brush. Under all the pile of laundry. My brush, the brush I wanted. Another important one is not to let bad body image derail you. You know, like there'd be times where I'd catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror and I'd start talking shit about myself. I'd be like, so much cellulite, you're so squishy, your stomach looks so yuck. And then I catch myself, I'd notice that I'm doing it, and I'd remind myself, in a world that thinks the most impressive thing a woman can be is thin, you are going to have bad body image moments. You might have lots of bad body image moments, and you need to have these comebacks, these quippy comebacks, so that when your brain starts talking shit, you can go, no, not today, bye Felicia, bye. Here's what I would say to myself. I would say, it's not your life's purpose to look great from every angle. It's just not. You're gonna have moments where you look cute. You're gonna have moments where you look like a potato instead of a hot chip. That's okay. You are a hot chip, just keep believing it. Something my husband used to say to me that I found quite helpful is he'd say, you look exactly how you're meant to look right now. I don't know, I found it really, really reassuring. Permission to be imperfect, permission to help me know that I wasn't losing the race. I don't know what race I was running in, but like I wasn't losing. My body was doing exactly what it was meant to be doing, recovering. Growing up, I used to have this idea that if I had all this Fitspo pinned onto my wall, that I would be encouraged to try and lose weight. But the crazy thing happened is talking shit to your body actually makes it so much harder for you to eat healthily. Think about like a handbag that you really like. You take really good care of it. Compare that to like an old flimsy thing that you hate, which you throw on the floor and you let it get dirty. Liking your body means that it's easier to exercise, it's easier to eat healthily. So this is why practicing liking your body, pushing back against that body image BS can actually help you be more consistent, be healthier, and get to where you're going faster. Then what you're going to do is add in habits bit by bit, just bit by bit. I think this is the tricky thing. I think when we hate our bodies, I guess don't feel comfortable in our body, the thing we've always done is we've chased weight loss and we've chased it really hard. We've wanted to lose weight so quickly so we could feel more like ourselves again. And the hardest bit is doing it really slowly and realizing that it's going to take a very long time. My daughter is now 1 year and 3 months, and that's how long it's taken me to feel more like myself. Do I feel completely like myself again? No, I don't. It's going to take me probably another year, but I am already feeling so much better in my body and in myself. So can you take the long-term view? Adding habits bit by bit might look like going to sleep just a little bit earlier, half an hour earlier. It might look like adding an extra serve of vegetables to each of your lunches. It could be meal prepping, just one meal a week. The small things really are going to add up. In a year from now, you're going to be so glad that you started now. I now have snot all over my top. So by now you might be thinking, okay, that's all well and good, but I haven't actually addressed the elephant in the room, which is that I clearly lost weight by doing all these things, and it wasn't just by chance, was it now? In fact, I ended up losing, how much was it? See, I don't even know. I don't even know. Let me have to think. Okay, I lost 12 kilos, which is like over 20 pounds, right? I don't even, no, 25 pounds over the course of a year. And I did that super slowly. In fact, the first time I lost 20 kilograms, 40 pounds, back when I was recovering, I did that over 4 years. So this is actually very fast weight loss for me. And one of the key things I did is that I wasn't weighing myself. And instead of creating a goal weight, which is something you probably have done, is I created a goal lifestyle. If you want to lose weight and you want to maintain that weight, then everything that you do to lose that weight, you're going to have to maintain forever, pretty much, right? And what happens is when people create a goal weight is once they get to that goal weight, they stop doing all the things. Instead, creating a goal lifestyle. So like, imagine, how do you want your life to look? What kind of habits do you want to do? Picture it. Create a Pinterest board instead of a Fitspo board. And start to integrate little habits that help you get closer to that lifestyle. Your body will naturally find a weight that it feels most comfortable at when you are doing all these things. I call this your happy weight. It's probably not your goal weight. It's probably not what you weighed in high school or before you had kids. It might be a completely new weight. But I think you naturally find your happy weight as a byproduct of living a lifestyle that you really enjoy. Listen, easier said than done when you're dealing with this. And that's why it takes such a long time. I think cooking is a form of self-care. I don't like cooking. I really actually just don't. But if I can make myself a healthy enough 5-minute meal each day, then it feels like I'm taking care of myself. And if you don't even know where to start, I have a whole bunch of recipes in my app. I'll leave a few links down below for you to get some free recipes, because I have heaps of those as well. Because I know you don't have time to spend hours in the kitchen, but you want to eat healthily too. These recipes will help you do that. And the recipes in the app, these are the recipes that I was cooking and eating during this year of postpartum. They help me a lot. Okay, well, that's the end of this video. But the last thing I want to tell you, a reminder, be gentle with yourself. Be so kind, extra kind. So kind. If that could be your resolution this year, please make it. Go softly, go gently, listen to your body. And good luck. You're doing a very, very hard thing. If you don't already, please subscribe to my videos. I create content like this, and knowing that you're watching, it's really motivating. And hopefully I can create more content like this. And if you don't already, follow me on Instagram. I'm nude_nutritionist. Follow along. All right, I'll see you next week.